since I've had it since 2017. I understand how many of you are dissatisfied with its performance, especially considering the size of the Bitcoin industry. However, this letdown might be the silver lining we've been seeking. A potential XRP replay is suggested by the striking resemblance between the pattern we have observed since 2017 and the one that before the noteworthy spike in 2017. It is normal to encounter skepticism. The most common critique we received was skepticism which was driven by past setbacks and questioned the possibility of a significant shift. But it's crucial to remember that this has really happened in the past, most notably in 2017, after a lengthy build-up period of more than 1,300 days. Before we go into today's big updates, I have a little favor to ask. If you like our work, please support us by joining our amazing community by clicking the notification bell, liking our content, and subscribing to our channel. Unbeknownst to many, XRP was among the first cryptocurrencies to be introduced to the market in 2013, following Bitcoin. From 2013 to the 2017 breakout, it had a major developmental phase. The fact that our current circumstances, which are marked by low volatility, closely resemble this historical trend suggests that history may repeat itself. Even while the magnitude of the increase may differ, a significant price target such as $1.16 for XRP is still a reasonable prediction. The mistrust that results from the absence of rapid results disregards the foundations of market cycles and technical formations. I understand how exhausting it is to hear speculative tales without concrete evidence. However, we are focusing on the technical underpinnings that have been in place since 2017, which foreshadows a big shift down the road. I have exposure to XRP despite the diversification of my portfolio, because I think a historical repetition is about to happen. This discussion aims to shed light on the shifting dynamics by emphasizing the potential for significant changes based on analytical evidence rather than speculation. Based on its chart patterns, we have high hopes for XRP. However, we also want to give credit to our esteemed colleague Mr. Francis Hunt, also known as the Market Sniper and Crypto Sniper. Our $1.16 price objective projection is based on his insightful examination of the structure and implications of XRP. Even if this analysis points to a robust bullish trend for XRP, it's important to keep in mind that there are other important elements that help reinforce our positive outlook, even though they are not our primary focus. The potential of XRP in the emerging international currency and remittance markets cannot be overstated. A shift toward a currency FX monetary system, in which XRP is well positioned to play a significant role, is poised to usher in a new age in global banking. Before going deeper into the technical analysis, let's look at XRP's importance in the financial ecosystem and the factors that led to its formation so quickly after Bitcoin. The fundamental concept of XRP's architecture is to facilitate asset exchange in addition to money transactions by use of a global ledger. As we move closer to a time when asset digitalization and tokenization are commonplace, the value of the XRP token is further illustrated. Critics occasionally ask if XRP is necessary in the foreign exchange, or FX, market, particularly when it comes to large-scale transactions. For example, when converting a large amount of yen to dollars, a large amount of liquidity is tied up because it usually requires an equivalent value in both currencies. XRP eliminates this requirement by functioning as a bridge token and enabling almost instantaneous currency transfers without the need to lock up liquidity. This feature is a major advancement in terms of streamlining and enhancing the efficiency of foreign exchange operations. XRP has the power to completely transform the foreign exchange, or FX, market and bring about a new era of liquidity and efficiency. The necessity of the XRP coin is undeniable, given the scale of the foreign exchange market. Perhaps only surpassed by derivatives, the foreign exchange market is the most liquid and one of the largest in the world, with a staggering worth of $2.40 quadrillion in 2020. The daily trading volume of the foreign exchange market reached $7.5 trillion by 2022. The likelihood that a significant portion of international remittance transactions will be facilitated by XRP and Ripple demonstrates the tremendous growth and acceptance potential. The consequences for value growth are substantial because there are only a certain number of XRP tokens, 54 billion are now in use. Our estimated XRP price of $1.16 translates into a market worth of $864 billion. This estimate is not irrational, as Bitcoin's market capitalization has already surpassed the trillion-dollar barrier, demonstrating the viability of such valuations for cryptocurrencies. With its straightforward yet creative method, XRP has the potential to revolutionize international payments and remittances. Converting dollars into XRP and subsequently into euros or any other currency in a transaction made possible by XRP would be simple and almost instantaneous. A lot of transactions would need to go through XRP for this process to work, which might lead to a sharp increase in its value. Because of the daily buy and sell operations that are a part of this process and have the ability to drive XRP's market value to new heights, the $1.16 price objective is not only achievable, but also may be a modest estimate given the large quantities involved in daily FX transactions. Because of this, the fundamental ideas behind XRP's potential extend beyond technical chart analysis and are predicated on the significant impact it might have on the global financial system. The combination of XRP's technical setup and intrinsic worth in transforming the FX market makes a compelling case for its further growth and adoption. The potential rise in XRP's value may initially manifest as a jump in its use or adoption, contingent on certain speculative conditions. We want to make it clear that we are cautious about XRP. It is not the majority of our investment holdings, but we are aware of its potential. We advise considering it as a speculative component of your investment strategy due to its ability to significantly influence the shifting global financial landscape. The speculative nature of this transaction is underscored by the uncertain degree of XRP's adoption in the foreign currency market. However, Ripple's present partnerships with some of the world's leading institutions suggest the potential for substantial market penetration. Similar to the profits forecasted by technical analysis, XRP's value may rise dramatically if it were to gain even a small share of the foreign exchange market, let alone a significant one. This potential is based on XRP's strategic position to revolutionize global financial transactions, as well as technological indication. Due to events and trends that suggest a possible replay of its previous behavior, we are currently paying greater attention to XRP than we have in the past. Our objective is to dispel tenuous criticisms that undervalue XRP's future only on the basis of its past performance. Such criticism usually overlooks the scientific and patient approach that institutions take to investment, in contrast to the more reactive nature of retail investment. This advanced perspective is necessary to comprehend XRP's potential within the broader context of market dynamics and advancements in financial technology. Although caution and a diversified portfolio are suggested, the tale that is unfolding around XRP presents a unique opportunity for speculative investing with an eye on long-term trends and changes. To be honest, there is a lot of superficial and erroneous stuff available when looking for information about XRP on YouTube and other websites. A significant amount of the conversation is theoretical, engrossing viewers in endless speculations lacking concrete evidence. However, a more reliable and intelligible narrative emerges when we focus on the technical charts. These figures indicate that XRP is positioned for significant growth and may be the cryptocurrency best suited for the upcoming global payment system. Understanding XRP's potential requires an understanding of its role as a bridge token in the developing global payment system. A significant influx of capital is expected as XRP is further integrated into international financial operations. The activation and widespread use of XRP could lead to a notable price gain if it receives both technical and fundamental backing. At a fake price of $1.16 per coin, XRP's market value might reach $864 billion, a figure that makes perfect sense given the value of XRP and the volume of transactions it aims to facilitate, particularly in view of Bitcoin's ascent to a